Well, hello everyone again. This is the second video that I'm recording for purposes of helping you with course project for information resource management class. Let's take a look what we have now. A couple of you have submitted some sort of description of the business plus a bunch of other stuff that's primarily irrelevant. So let's see what's needed in order to get approval of your project. Those of you who submitted some sorts of proposals have done a fairly good, albeit very extensive and not needed job explaining the business and giving some sort of history. That's not required. For example, if you say this is the bakery, the local bakery, that'll be just fine. And so all you need to do then to say, well, this is how bakery really makes money, and it could be bakery makes cheap bread and cheap cookie, or maybe it's some sort of eclectic sort of cookie local bakery that deals with maybe some sophisticated cupcakes. I don't know. It'll be sufficient. Next, and absolutely crucial part, that you have to have a business process identified that you're going to be dealing with. Now, marketing is not a business process. Let's say if you say accounting, it's not a business process, right? Delivery is not a business process, right? Those are highly likely functions of the bakery. However, making cookies, that's the process, right? Selling cookies, maybe managing inventory, that's the process. So identify those processes. Absolutely important for you being able to finish this project. Otherwise, you would not be able to finish it at all, I'm telling you. Now, do not start your proposal with something like, oh, I propose database. No database ever solved any business problem. You might as well say, I'm going to put a new router, or I'm going to have a hard drive replaced. That's irrelevant. That's just that's a minor things that impact maybe automation of something, maybe speed of a particular task, but no, you have to identify business process and you have to improve it or re-engineer it by means of technology. Totally different undertaking. You cannot sort of approach a business process with a solution already in hand. So no, you have to identify business, you have to identify business process, and then you have to identify a problem that business process faces. It could be an issue of effectiveness or efficiency. Only then you can start formulating particular solution to identified problem. But you're not going to approach this issue with, well, because I know databases, I'm just going to create one. This is not what it is about. So make sure that you describe the business of interest. Make sure that you identify business process, right? Now, if you don't get something, well, then you have to get it. It means that you have to go and do your remedial research, remedial study. It is a good idea to investigate what business mission is, what vision would be, what is the relationship between business strategy and business model. Can you have a viable business model without viable business strategy, and vice versa? How do I identify business processes? What are the core business processes? So those things you have to be able sort of navigate on your own. It is not sort of conducive to you learning to contact me and say, well, I don't get it. Well, if you have a question of some sort, I can answer it, but I cannot help you get something. Or I'm lost, or I don't understand something. Tell me exactly what the question is. I'll be happy to answer. But realize you have to create your own understanding. In order to create your own understanding, you've got to do your own research, you do your own reading, you have to make sense of it, and then you're welcome to contact me and say, well, is it so? Can you confirm my understanding? Is it correct or is it incorrect? And then we're in business, we can do things. But I really cannot help you to create your own knowledge and your own understanding. I can only answer questions. So bring your questions. So far, I received a couple of emails. None of them contained any questions that I can actually answer, right? Those are rather, I'm not sure what what I need to do? Well, read the description of the project. Have questions? Ask me. Again, what is required of you for a proposal of the course project to be okayed is that you have to have a brief description of your business environment, of business. A paragraph is plenty. You have to identify some sort of way according to which this business competes. Well, you might dedicate some time to researching what are the various strategies are, right? Then you have to identify, based on understanding of the strategy of the business, you need to identify one of the core business processes that you're going to be dealing with. Do not send any solutions. Do not propose create a network or write an application or database. It's not done that way. It's done rather other way around that some of you suggest. So first business, then business process, then process having problem can be solved by IT means, and then we can get into intricacies, right? So business description one, then absolutely crucial. I'm repeating myself, but just doing that for the purpose so we are on the same page. You have to identify business process that you're going to be dealing with, and actually it would be a benefit right now if you identify a particular problem that exists within this business process. Now, before you do that, make sure you understand difference between business function and business process. Difference is fundamental, so make sure we're on the same page. Okay. Well, that's pretty much sums it up. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Again, ask questions. Ask questions. Don't write me sorts of messages that deal with, oh, I don't understand, or I don't know how, I'm not quite sure. I ask questions. Be precise, so I can answer only questions that end with question mark, and I actually understand. If it's not a single sentence, highly likely it is not a question. It's just a sort of essay type complaint about your current state of understanding. But we'll get there. Well, this is it for this week. Make sure that you understand what is required, and make sure that you actually post your comments and answers to discussion board questions. Those are fairly complex, in-depth questions, so spend some time thinking about it. Okay, best of all, and bye.